Welcome to this 10-minute yoga flow. We'll start in about 10 seconds with a standing forward fold. Begin by standing with your feet hip-width apart. Hinge forward at the hips, bringing your torso towards your legs. Allow your head and neck to relax and your hands to rest on the floor or your shins or ankle if that feels better to you. Keep your knees slightly bent if needed to maintain a gentle stretch. In a few seconds, we'll go into a high plank. You can keep your hands on the ground and step your feet back into that high plank position. You'll want to keep a straight line from your shoulders to your ankles. Core is engaged and your wrists are directly under your shoulders. In 5 seconds, we'll go into a downward facing dog split. We'll start in a downward dog position, and then from here, lift your right leg towards the ceiling, keeping your hips level and your shoulders square. Reach through your right heel and keep your left heel pressing towards the floor. In 5 seconds, we'll switch legs. Bring the right foot down, and now you can extend the left leg overhead, maintaining the same position with our hips level and our shoulders square. Keep taking some deep breaths, extend that leg up towards the ceiling and hold it. 5 seconds left. We'll now go into a warrior two. We'll start in a standing position. Step your left foot back about 3 to 4 feet, turning it out to a 90-degree angle. Bend your right knee, keeping it directly over your ankle. Extend your arms out to the sides at shoulder height, palms facing down, and gaze over your right fingertips. We'll switch sides in 5 seconds. We'll now step back with the right leg. Bend your left leg so your knee comes over your ankle. Extend the arms out, and now we're gazing over our left fingertips. In a few seconds, we'll go into a reverse warrior. Let's go back to a standing position. Step back with your left foot and turn it out to a 90-degree angle. Right knee is bent to a 90-degree angle. From here, take your right arm and reach overhead and backwards, gazing up to your right hand. In 5 seconds, we'll switch sides. Go back to standing, and we're now stepping back with the right foot, opening the hips up to the side, and when you're ready, reach up with your left hand, reaching back, feeling that arch in your back, and then looking up to the hand. In 5 seconds, we'll go into an extended side angle. We'll start in the same stance as we did for warrior two and reverse warrior with your right foot in front. Now from here, hinge at the hips to bring either your right elbow down to your right thigh, or you can go all the way and place your right hand down on the ground and extend the left arm overhead and reaching through your fingertips, trying to elongate the body as much as possible. In a few seconds, we'll switch sides. Now the left leg is in front, bend the left knee, rest that left elbow on the thigh, or again, if that feels comfortable for you, you can go ahead and place your palm down on the ground. Reach overhead with your right arm. In 5 seconds, we'll go into a boat pose for some core work. We'll start sitting on the floor with our knees bent and our feet flat on the ground. Lean back slightly, keeping your back straight, and lift your feet off the ground, bringing your shins parallel to the floor. Then extend your arms forward alongside your legs, palms facing each other. And if possible, go ahead and extend your knees completely so your legs are straight. In 5 seconds, we'll go into bridge pose for some glute work. Start lying down on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Place your arms by your sides, palms facing down. Press into your feet to lift your hips towards the ceiling, keeping your thighs parallel. Hold this while taking some deep breaths. In 5 seconds, we'll go into a half split. We'll start in a kneeling position. Step your left foot forward, bringing your left knee over your ankles. Shift your hips back and straighten your right leg, flexing your right foot. Hinge at the hips to fold over your right leg to deepen that stretch. In 5 seconds, we'll switch legs. Go back to your kneeling position, and now let's extend the left leg in front. And once again, hinge at your hips to fold forward over your left leg to deepen the stretch. In 5 seconds, we'll go into garland pose. Start standing with our feet wider than hip width apart, toes turned out slightly. From here, bend your knees and lower your hips down into a deep squat, bringing your elbows inside your knees and pressing your palms together in front of your chest. In 5 seconds, we'll go into cobblers or butterfly pose. We'll go right to a seated position on the floor. Now bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together, allowing your knees to fall open to the sides. Hold your feet or ankle and sit up tall. Now if you want to deepen that stretch, you can lean forward to feel that stretch in your hips. In 5 seconds, we'll go into reclined windshield wipers. We'll start lying down on our back with our knees bent and our feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Extend your arms out to the sides or by your sides. Now from here, drop both knees to the right, keeping your shoulders on the floor. Then return to center and drop them to the left. Continue alternating sides while keeping your shoulders on the ground the entire time. In a few seconds, we'll go right into happy baby. Stay on your back and bring your knees towards your chest. Grab the outer edges of your feet with your hands, opening your knees wider than your torso. Gently pull on your feet down towards the floor, keeping your ankles over your knees, feeling the stretch in your hips. In 5 seconds, we'll go straight into corpse pose. So here we'll lie flat on our back, legs are extended and our arms relaxed by our sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breaths, allowing your body to completely relax. This is how we're going to end this session. We have about 40 seconds left to simply be in the moment and take some deep, relaxing breaths. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes. Thank you for joining me today and a great job.